The last time that you talked to him, at what time that was, Robert? I'd have to check with the mate on it, but it must have been right around 7:15, our time, Eastern Standard Time. This is just Roger. So also, did you come about or alter your course in any way to look for him, over? Negative. I got these going right across my deck here now. I did not right up in his vicinity, but no, I didn't. All right, so this is Goose Roger. Thanks for that information, sir, and I'll get back to you if we come up with anything, over. Okay, W4805.
So one of my fascinations and interests in radio, ham radio, also radio communications, is the history of radio and what part radio played in some of the disasters and things that have happened, especially disasters such as Amelia Earhart. This one today is going to be on the Edmund Fitzgerald. She was an iron ore carrying ship which sank November 10th, 1975, 26,000 tons of iron ore. All 29 crew members perished. And my question is, what kind of radio gear was being used on the ship and what was going on in the radio room at the time? So one thing that for some reason raises a red flag with me is, you can type it in, you can let AI look the whole thing up, but if you want to find a make and model of radio gear, although a specific model is not available, the Edmund Fitzgerald had advanced radio communication and navigation systems typical of the 1970s. Typical of the 1970s? What the hell would that be? Okay, well, if you're going to keep the radio secret, where was the radio? The radio room on the SS Edmund Fitzgerald was located in the pilot house. So, is that the pilot house? Okay, this is the front of the ship, or is this the back of the ship? I don't know. Okay, we have the engine room. That's nice. Here's the Coast Guard officials, right in the middle of a search for the Edmund Fitzgerald in 1975. Frederick J. Beecher, who went down with the ship. Looks like he was working in the galley. Oliver J. Shampoo, he also went down with the ship. Watchman Ransom E. Cundy also went down with the ship. Here's Elizabeth Fitzgerald sitting right next to Eddie Baby, christening the ship I guess they launched it in 1958, I believe. And on Minnesota Ham Radio, there's also a special events deal here, W0F, which they do, I guess, maybe every year as a whole big website. Yeah. That's all great. That's great. I mean, you can go on and listen to the whole last radio broadcast, the whole conversation. Mayday, we're going down, all that. You can listen to all that. Where's the actual radio gear? That's what I want to know. All right, here's frickin' taconite. 26,000 tons of balls, metal damn balls. Iron. You can find out everything except the make and model of radio. You can't tell me it's not available. This all had to be cataloged, purchased, and installed and repaired. Why is there no information on what kind of damn radio was being used on the Edmund Fitzgerald? What the hell? So I find it really strange that there's no information on what kind of radio. I know it probably seems like a stupid search. Who cares? I think it matters. I mean, God, you got almost 30 people dead. You can't even... Why can't we find the radio? That's all I'm asking, folks. I just want to know what kind of radio it is. What the hell? Anyway, it must have been absolutely horrible. So supposedly the radio is here in the pilot house. I think that's the pilot house. I suppose the antenna's up here, the highest part of it. I don't know. But from what I could find out, it was on VHF and MF. Very high frequency and medium high frequency. I'm not quite sure what MF is, but I just wanted to find out what the transmitter and receiver was just so I could know, because I'm interested in that and I can't find the information anywhere. The blueprints are hard to read, so maybe I have to go to some kind of Edmund Fitzgerald museum in Superior and see what it's all about. I don't know, but that's all I could find, and I don't know what to tell you, folks. It was a tragedy. You know, supposedly one of these hatches may have opened, maybe not, but the thing broke into and sank and everybody died. That's absolutely insane. Gordon Lightfoot, you can go to hell. I'm not playing your stupid song on this until I find out what kind of radio is on this thing.
3 saltwater vessels are in the area. One of them is up past the area now, but when we last had contact with him, they made us talk to him at about 10 minutes after 7, 1910, and he said he was going along fine and no problems. Except that he didn't have a radar, and that's when the mate gave him his position, the 15 miles north of